Well, Ange, after the rest and the reset, how important was the result?
Yeah, well, it was everything, I guess. We kind of know our league position's not anywhere where it should be, and today was an opportunity for us to start addressing that. Like I said, we had a good week of training, we got some players back, and important we won today. Yeah,
it was pretty direct evidence of what you've been missing. James Maddison scores the winning goal, and Guillermo Vicario, I don't think he was player of the match in the end, but he must have been pretty close to it.
That's they're quality players, and we've had to do it pretty tough for the last 2.5 months, not through the lack of effort or trying from the lads. Just great to get those guys back, and even the guys who sort of came on and were able to contribute. Important, like I said, for us to gain some traction today. We can play better, definitely, but I think we will, once we get some boys up to speed and start growing into it.
Did you see other evidence, maybe bits that someone like me wouldn't pick up, of the difference having fresher players, slightly more full-strength team makes? I don't know, maybe in the way you pressed, maybe in the way you built up?
You're a smart bloke, mate. You can see these things.
And you're the first person to say that.
Okay. Probably says more about me than anything else. No, look, I did think our press was a lot better than it has been in recent weeks. I thought it made it hard for sort of Man United to get out, and that certainly helped us get a grounding in the game where we could play the game in their half. We looked a little bit sharp. I still think our front third movements were missing a bit. Obviously, look, Matty's just joined the club, and obviously with Matt has been out for quite a while. I felt we lacked a little bit of fluency in that front third. Having said that, we still created some chances, and I will improve. We need to, but it was a decent effort.
Is the thing with the injuries, players come back, but form, confidence, all those intangibles, they don't just rush along back with the players?
Yeah, I don't think it's confidence. I think they're all sort of very keen to get out there, but there is a game rhythm which only comes by playing games. Every football will tell you the same thing. As much as you train, playing a game of football is a lot different. Having said that, I thought Vic and Matt has handled it really well, and it was great to get some time into guys like Brendan and Wilson. Destiny's ready to go, and we're not too far away from a couple of others, so we're going to need them. We still feel like we've got a big back half of the year and some real opportunity, so that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, I know I said it in my first question, but was it a really big day to win? Because when you spent the week, you did a great job in your press conference of making it feel more positive again. But when you've done that and you've talked up the importance of players coming back and having the break, if you then don't get the result, it's a bit of an uh-oh kind of moment.
Yeah, I'm sure most people are tuning in for that, to be honest. Everyone likes a little bit of a impending car crash, so I'm sure we had a lot of people, willing that sort of scenario on. But look, for me, it doesn't really change. The reason I was positive is because I just, I know how hard these players have worked for the last 2.5 months without great reward. They got help this week in terms of our schedule, but also players coming back. Our training was better. I was confident that we'd put in a good shift, and more importantly, we'd get the result.
Yeah, and just on the injuries, it was fascinating during the week hearing you talk about like Mickey van der Ven working on his mechanics, the time you're taking with Romero, with the players coming back now. Can you just tell us about maybe what you've learned, how you've adapted in terms of finding solutions to what has been obviously a long-running injury issue? Yeah, look,
again, it's hard to sometimes do that in the midst of competition because the focus is still on trying to win games of football. But we're in the background, we're doing sort of our own, looking into ways we can do things better. But we're not going to be the only ones. I've foreshadowed this for a while, and there'll be a few that come to my world in the next period, and people will see that it's sometimes not just a reflection of the people involved, but a reflection of the circumstances you've been dealt with.
So do you feel like that? Because we are seeing it at other clubs, and probably have all season, that there's a wider issue there. I mean, you've had it in a lot of your press conferences. It's been put to you that the style of play, the way you press, the energy you put in. Yeah. If you're top of the pressing league, you're going to be quite high in the hamstring league as well.
To a certain extent, but what flies against that is we've had quite a few players who haven't got injured at all and played the whole season. In fact, played more football this year than they have in their whole careers. So It's not just that. It's more than that. That's a factor, obviously, in the way we play. But other clubs don't play like us, and they're starting to accumulate the toll of no rest for the players between seasons and the accumulation of fixturing that's making it awfully difficult for everyone.
Genuine light at the end of the tunnel this time, not another train.
Who knows? But look, as I said, we feel, and I certainly feel, that there's still a massive opportunity for us this back half of the year. Obviously Europe, but even in the league to make some inroads, and hopefully today's the start of that.